Welcome to the Deal Room, where we look at fresh capital coming into ASX listed companies. But first, a quick look at today's trade, and a strong rebound in the iron ore price and a 6-month high in tech stocks powered the ASX towards a third day of gains. Iron ore rallied, boosting BHP, Rio Tinto and FMG. A bumper result saw logistics software company WiseTech soar, offsetting declines in Afterpay and Bravura Solutions. Travel and tourism stocks rose with confidence around global growth. Investors were rattled by news from Seven Group Holdings after recording a 440% rise in net profits. Chair Kerry Stokes will step down from his role after the company's AGM later this year. In capital raising today, Viva Leisure entered trading halt. Viva, ASX code VVA, has well over 300 fitness facilities across the eastern states of Australia and in New Zealand and India. Our deep dive interview today looks at Lithium Power International, ASX code LPI. With a non-binding MOU with Japanese giant trading company Mitsui, Lithium Power is developing its flagship lithium brine project in Chile. Its goal is to be in production from that project in about 3 years. Lithium Power has received firm commitments to raise $12.4 million so it can advance that project and ramp up exploration for hard rock lithium in Western Australia. I discussed the equity raise with Lithium Power International's CEO, Cristobal Garcia Wiedebro, who's in Santiago.
We're very happy with that. That basically was heavily supported by our existing shareholders and also by new, sophisticated and institutional shareholders. That raise was basically to fund the whole company until the investment decision is taken, and also to move forward with some of our projects and our exploration programs in Western Australia.
Well, it certainly sounds like you're getting towards the pointy end of the Menara Sala Blanco project. Have you got any doubts that it won't get through to a positive decision in moving forwards?
MSB, which is Minera Solar Blanco, is basically the JV company that controls our flagship project here in Chile, where LPI is the controlling partner with 51.5% of the ownership. MSB is a fully permitted project and probably is one of the most advanced lithium projects in South America. The last milestone we have ahead of us is financing structuring of the project, which we are aiming to get during the first 2 quarters next year, and to be able to move forward with the construction immediately after.
So what sort of resource do you have there?
We control more than 35% of the exploitable area of the salar. We have more than 2,500 hectares at the heart of the Maricunga Salar. On the DFS we released by the beginning of 2018, we showed more than 2 million tons of LCE, which basically supported a 20 years mine life project producing more than 20,000 annual tons of battery-grade lithium carbonate. After we took this decision to move forward to fast-track this first stage, we started updating our DFS and also we decided to move forward with a new stage of exploration on which we are going down to 400 meters now, and we expect to have a significant increase in our resources, which we are also expect to release that updated resource report probably by mid-September.
So do you think, on the basis of that then, that shareholders can be very confident if they're putting in their money now or they're keeping their shareholding there, that this project will go ahead and it's likely to be quite successful?
This is a fully permitted project. Like I told you before, the only activity that we have ahead of us is to close the financing and structuring of this project. And once we do that, the final investment decision is going to be taken and we will start the construction. So this is going to be, the next player in Chile on the lithium industry, and we expect to be under production by the end of 2024.
Do you have any off-take agreements in place yet for your material?
One of the most interesting things also was happened at the end of April this year, which was part of all the activities that, again, we started by 2018 before the COVID started, and that were resumed, by the beginning of this year. So we were able to close an agreement with Mitsui. That agreement has a very wide scope. It has three parts. One of those is on the offtake side. Mitsui will act as the offtaker for this project. That's just one part of this MOU with Mitsui. The other part is that we have been working with them for the last 2 years, helping them on the development of a new direct lithium extraction technology, DLE technology, that have been tested only using our brine from Maricunga, and where the pilot plant was built and started its operations by the beginning of May this year. It's installed at the Kobe port area, and now discussions have been on the side of dismantling that plant and bringing it to Chile to the site at Maricunga to continue the tests. On the side of the timeline, we expect to be able to close the final agreements with them during the first quarter next year. After that, immediately after, to close the financing structuring and be able to declare the construction of the project.
Now, of course, with every capital raise, there is a level of dilution, but I'm interested to see that your share price has actually increased a little off the back of this raising. Is that due to relief that the project is funded, perhaps?
Dilution was not significant at all. We raised $12.4 million, so basically it was like a 10% dilution for the existing shareholders. However, most of our existing shareholders participated on this raise, but the objective of this was in the first place to be able to fund the JV company and the share of LPI until the company starts its construction after closing the financing. LPI has today it's a very well diversified company in terms of asset base. We have the brine with our flagship Maricunga project in South America, and we also have our assets on the hard rock side in Western Australia. We will have some interesting times there. We're very excited with this initial exploration plan that we think will have very, very good results for the company.
That was Cristobal Garcia Wiedebro speaking for Lithium Power International from Chile. Lithium Power International has a market cap of $84.3 million and share trade opened at 28.5 cents today. Enjoy your Wednesday. I'll see you again tomorrow.